Hi friends, welcome to the channel. Welcome to a new video. It's the long-awaited Project Pan update. I did miss one update for April and we're back. We're at it with an update for May. I'm feeling a little giddy. I was just jumping around, enjoying some good music. So we're going to get into it, and this is going to be a really big update because I missed one previously. So expect lots of pan, expect lots of rollouts. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. So let's start. Let's just get this thing started. First up, my Vesca primer. She's finally done. She is empty. I used her up for the last time, like a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. She's empty. I was considering cutting this open, but I just don't care enough to do that with this product. It was okay. And you can't get it anymore. So I'm happy that it's finally out. I definitely bought that product with the Charlotte Tilbury, Hollywood Flawless Filter type of product in mind. And when e.l.f. released those Halo Glow, the face primer type product, I really wanted it. And I was like, I have nothing like that in my collection. But then I was reminded of that. And while it's purple and it's not quite the same consistency and texture, it's close enough for me to know that I wouldn't use that product and it's too glowy for me. So I'm glad I was able to enjoy that and have that lesson at the same time. Next up, or what we're going to be replacing that primer with, is this NYX Marshmallow Primer. I got it this time last year, roughly around May or June last year. We are about here. It's a very lopsided mark, but that's approximately where we are. I can't see inside, so I don't know 100% if that's I say accurate so much as a joke that it comes out now. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's where we're going with now, and we'll find out. Okay, let's go to foundation. And the last, you know what's funny? I have both my Merit foundations here, and I can't tell which one. I think it's this one, actually. There's a very small distinction between the weight of a full one and an empty one. So with that said, I finished my Merit foundation. I was starting to dig this out, but then I was like, you know what? I don't care enough about this and I don't love it enough to keep going. So I did my due diligence for a while, and I'm like, yep, that's good enough. We're just going to leave it at that. And of course, in its place, we're going to be rolling in the new color. I said that I would pull this in May or June. It's a hair too dark right now. I have been outside a little bit, but weather hasn't been that great. It's not really, we're not really getting a tan yet. We are approximately where we were with the other Merit product. It's the line. Can we see? Okay. So I think this will take 3 or 4 months, given the trajectory of the previous foundation. So that's kind of exciting. And as I was saying, it's been a hot minute since I've talked about these products, but last time I was on camera talking about that foundation, I was saying that at one point I loved this product, but my skin has just changed a lot over the last year. And so I once loved this and now I don't. And it's strictly because my skin has changed, not because of anything else. My skin is much more flaky than it was this time last year or in 2021. That product has never been great with dry texture, and I have much more of it now. So it's just not working as well as it used to. And I'm also feeling a little bit more oily now, which is kind of funny, seeing as I was told that I would feel drier with tretinoin. Anyways, I think it's going to be slow going with that foundation, and I'm not in a rush. So if it takes 4 or 5 months, totally fine with me. So that's why I'm rolling it in early, because I could probably use it a handful of times in May and then kind of start up more earnestly in June. So far, we're 2 for 2 with the rollouts, and that's kind of incredible. So we're going to keep going. Okay, next up is my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. This product is super dry now. Like, there's not much coming out of, like, in the wand. Could I still, like, scrape and scrape and scrape? Yes. However, I have just found that the texture of this is just really dry, and the formula has definitely changed. I've owned this since 2019, so I think it's just, like, it's lived its life, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it. And I mean, it's not like I'm leaving a half empty tube. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've popped the stopper, I've scraped down the sides. Like, the sides are pretty, you can see that they're pretty empty. So I feel good about this, and I will rebuy this at some point, I think, but I want to get through the other 2 concealers I don't love first, and then I'll rebuy that one. So then I'll have like a medium coverage and then like a fuller coverage. So in its place, I am rolling in my Fenty concealer. Let's see. We can, if it's going to show up, I don't know. You can definitely see inside the tube. And we're still getting product out, like when we dip the wand in. It's just not as thick as it once was. So I think we'll pop the stopper probably, I don't know, maybe 2 months. And I think we can finish this in maybe 4. That's my guess. I would hope for it to be sooner. And I don't know, maybe it will take longer just because this won't be my color in summertime. It's actually a little bit on the lighter side. It does, funny enough, it does match the foundation that I originally bought with this, which is much darker and is like my summer shade. So maybe this will last longer than I think, although I'm using it now and like I use it in the winter and it's fine. So I don't know, maybe I'll just be like extra highlighted in the summer. I'm hoping it'll go quickly. I don't love this formula. This is another funny one where I love the foundation, but I really dislike the concealer. I find it very drying and it's not very blendable and not a love. I'm rolling that product in so I can make sure I get my use out of it and roll it out. The other concealer product is my concealer palette. Are you ready for this? Look at that. We hit a pretty big pan and I'm just digging in on it. I said that we would hit pan probably in the next 2 months. I was right. And I also said that I think that I could finish this shade this year, and I think that it's possible. I mean, we've just finished, like we've only finished 4 months, so there's still 2/3 of the year left, and I was able to hit pan on a basically brand new product in 4 months. So just kind of given that trajectory, I think I'll be able to pan the yellow shade. We'll see about the peach shade. My focus is very much on the yellow, but I'll still use it here and there. I'm just so proud of that. Look at her. I've decided to roll in 2 products because I just felt like it. The first is my L'Oreal powder. It's kind of dark for me, and this is a powder that I enjoy the formula of significantly, but it will absolutely fall through the cracks because it's not the right color. I need to pan this summer. If I don't, it's going to hang around for another year. And I don't want to buy another one of these powders in a lighter shade without finishing this up, because I just don't want all of these powders in wrong shades hanging around. So that's why this is a priority. Did that make sense? I'm feeling very chatty. All right. Next up is my blush, and I feel like we've been making good progress on it. Here we go. I use this a lot. This has become my everyday blush, and I hope the progress photos will show just how much I've been using it. Now that I look at it, I'm like, man, is it really making a difference? Oh, can you see a difference? I hope so. I hope so. Either way, I love this. Next up, my bronzer. Last time this was on camera, this had a really small pan, and I've just enlarged it. Love it. It's going, I like this formula, and it's a good formula. I have no qualms really about it. And it's just going to be easy to use. And I love this kind of product. Bronzers are some of my favorite things to pan because they're so reliable that like I'll hit pan and I'll finish, and it's like really satisfying watching that pan grow. So I'm just enjoying using it. I'll show you the eyeshadow really quick. I repressed this, not with alcohol, just like dry pressed it, and then it went, no thanks, and it just like crumbled again. I haven't used it that much because honestly, the product is really dry. This was such a favorite eyeshadow of mine last summer, and I have been like, I've used it a handful of times on top of matte shadows to kind of give it a pop, or like let the color in here pop, because it doesn't quite have a great base to it, but it's great at adding like sparkle and shine. So if I keep that up, then I'll be able to use it more. However, I've just really fallen into like an everyday makeup routine, which is this look right here. I wore it a lot last summer. It's my Hourglass like Reflect shade on my lids, and then this as the blush. And then on my lips is my my Fenty shade, and then lip liner, and then like whatever product, like gloss or something on top. I had the Merit one on originally, but it's already kind of dry. Okay, let's hit up the lip products next, and we'll talk about the Merit lip gloss just because I went to go fetch it. Here's what it's looking like now. And despite putting tape on it, all of the tallies have disappeared. I'm going to have to re-put them on. But you can see, like, we have a big dip in there, and you can see clearly through the tube. I have been going back and forth as to whether I want to take the stopper out on this because I don't love it. Let me know your thoughts. Should I take the stopper out or just leave it? If I take the stopper out, probably another 3 months if I don't take the stopper out next month. So let a girl know. For the lipstick, great progress on that. I actually thought that I was going to finish it because just look at it. Like, we're almost at the base. And I did say, if you watched my declutter video, that once it flattens out, I'm just going to declutter it and I'm not going to like dig for the product, or more so call it done. But here's where we're at. I didn't leave a tally only because you can't really see anything through all the smudge of the lipstick, but big progress, I think, from last month. So this will be out next month. I feel it. And then we can roll in something that is much more enjoyable. The last thing, the lip liner. Not a whole lot of movement on here. Here we go. In my makeup declutter, I had pulled this out with like my full-size MAC lip liners, and it was really nice to see that this one was noticeably smaller than the other couple. So even though it's slow going, I can still appreciate the progress. Last up for the makeup, I am rolling in a product from another project, which is my Becca highlighter. Again, if you watch that makeup declutter video, I'm going to link it because you would have seen like all of this stuff in action and my thoughts on it and etc. I'm going to be turning my MAC highlight into glowing body lotion, so it's not here anymore, and it's also in that declutter bin, which I'm just not going to go. So in its place, we're rolling in the Becca highlighter, and here's what we're looking like now. I think the photo will be a little bit more telling since she's really crumbly. I do have a photo from a couple months back, so I'll be able to show you what it looked like then. I don't think there'll be much of a noticeable difference because it's so crumbly, but I love that highlight. And every iteration of that highlight that I've ever bought has just crumbled and like doesn't repress. Even when I repress it, like it'll stay for a little bit and then it'll crumble. And I don't want to add in too much alcohol to a product like that, so I'm not repressing it again. So that's all the makeup, and we have a couple more products to end the video, which I think is exciting. Let's get some quick rollouts out. This is my deodorant. It's not usable anymore, so we are rolling it out finally. Also, a quick update. It's my moisturizer. We were here last month, now we're here. I told you I use this stuff so slowly. That's not a good thing because I definitely need to moisturize more. So I guess this is just really exposing myself for not being a moisturized queen. I am ready to show you the biggest update of this whole project, the thing I am the proudest of. Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready for this. She's empty. Look, there's like a little bit of oil left in the bottom. A hair, okay? It's one use. I'm going to use it tonight when I shower and then throw it out. Or not throw it out. It's a perfectly recyclable product, but I'm calling this done. She has been in Project Pants since 2021, like 2 full years to get this thing out. I will never buy this product again. I don't need a hair oil. I just don't. Okay. We're done. I'm so happy that it's finally out and I can recycle that bottle. This is going to be a poppin' empties video. I have an empties video coming soon and it's going to be a good one. Now, the last 2 products are my Briogeo curl products. I had a like air dry foam that I also had in here, but it was too much focused on the hair. Like I was having too much hair products to keep track of. So I just kind of let that hang out by itself. And now that we finished this one, then I can, pull it back in. I'm pretty low maintenance with my hair and I almost only ever use 2 products. But when I have like 4 or 5 products, even if I'm not using them all at the same time or like in the same routine, I'll just forget to use them because I want the routine. So I just let that air dry foam hang on the back burner. And now that we have 1 less product overall, maybe I'll roll it back in or hopefully, well, that's the intent anyways. So with these Briogeo products, I used this one the most. This is the Leave-In Defining Creme. We were here last month and now we are here. We are now at the like slimmest point of the bottle. So hopefully we can use it a little bit more. We'll see, but also not in a rush. Just glad that I'm using it. And then the other thing is the Frizz Control Gel. You were here last time, now we're here. I haven't used this one a lot. And if you watched my all the things I've purchased in 2023 so far video, you would know that I bought some shampoo bars. Both of them are like curly girl friendly. And this one I think was the last product that wasn't. So I'm going to be experimenting a little bit with some curl stuff. I don't know that I actually have wavy hair. I mean, like I do have wavy hair, but it's like really baby waves. So I don't know if I'll be able to pull them out or what the situation is, but I'm going to try. Now is the perfect opportunity. I've talked about this for the last couple of months. I have like true curly girl friendly styling products, shampoo and conditioner. So we're going to do it up. That's the video. That's everything. I have 5 rollouts, which is amazing. This one, so proud of it. I'm so happy. The other couple were like, long time coming or have just kind of been around for a while as well. And glad to finally get these out. I knew that the Merit foundation stick wouldn't be that hard to use. Just knocking stuff over here. But it's still nice to get something that's been hanging around for years out of your collection. This one too. Like we don't need concealer that's been hanging around since 2019. Next month, I actually just think that there will be this rollout. I don't think there'll be anything more than that. As far as progress goes, I think there'll be great progress on the concealer palette and hopefully the foundation as well as the bronzer. But we have a lot of newer products in here now and just kind of long haul products from the beginning, like this guy. I mean, even when I'm using this literally every single day, I do makeup in a month, the progress just like isn't a lot. Oh, and this, I think this will go out next month too. So hopefully we can reset with new and exciting products next month. At least that's the intention. Thanks so much for hanging out and joining me for today's video. I would love to hear what you're planning and how your project plan is going. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you again around here soon. Bye.